Good morning from J-Rod's Garage. As I had said on the other episode, we're waiting for some manifolds to come in for the 69 Mach 1 here behind me. And I actually got those right here. So let's unbox them and see what we got beforehand. Anyways, so the turbos normally be right there on the back. I don't even have the stock manifolds or the stock turbos. They didn't come with the build. The owner of the vehicle said the original builder had planned for doing front mount turbos. So anyways, the stock manifolds aren't going to work. There's some made by Full Race, but those are top mount manifolds. So I don't think we'll have enough room for those. So I kind of, just trying to play around on Amazon and try to find some manifolds that could possibly work for mock-up. And I had found some manifolds for a 3.7 NA Ford motor, which for the price, I can't believe it. These things were like 150 bucks. It's got a nice big flange on it. That can also, this gives us something we can possibly fab off of. So this would have been the driver's side for the 3.7. It would go on like this. Our plan is to rotate these 180 and they'll be in this area here and we can mount our turbos up front. So let's kind of see what our passenger side looks like. Got a bunch of parts. This is all Mustang stuff here. But anyways, here's the other head. And if you look, there's our holes. We got 3 on that one, 4 on the center, 3 on the back. Well, we're only using 2 on the back, 2 on the front, 2 in the center. And look at that. They will actually bolt up in reverse. This one I need to set the head on to see if we'll clear the alternator. But I'm thinking we might have some turbo manifolds we can start making out of those. The only other thing I'm worried about is going to be this other manifold. It should be the passenger side manifold. It would typically go this way. It's going to be rotated up like this. But it's really hard to film and do with one hand. These are going to go down in here. Ugh. Looks freaking sweet, but the AC pump is in the way. So I think we'll still be able to make them work though. Still be able to work. They're just going to have to be modified a little bit. And we'll have some front mount turbos. On a part for the oil filter housing. So I can start making my mounts. And I just have the engine kind of sitting here. Tranny mount is in, but the engine's sitting here. I can still mock up our exhaust manifolds. Because we're going to have some clearance issues around the AC pump. And I'm not sure on the other side. I got to throw the other head on. So let's get doing that. Obviously it's not bolted down, it's got cardboard in between the two just to kind of, not mess up any mating surface. It's still got to go be built, but we have fabrication to do. 3.7 manifolds would ideally, those are 3.7, would go on just like this, which they fit wonderfully like that. But we're going to take these and we're going to rotate them 180 degrees and go out the other direction. Alright, so the passenger side, we're definitely having an issue. We're going to have to oblong the holes on both sides on just 2 of the flanges. Other than that, everything lines up. But on our passenger sides, we're running a flip manifold here. Obviously, this is running into the back of these AC connections. And our number 1 or whatever number this is shooting right down into the AC pump. So I'm going to put it up in the air and kind of look at it, modify or mark whatever I want to cut. And we're going to get this tube running back over to here, which I've already left this open. We got to connect back up to here somewhere. So this is going to be my problem child side. So I'm going to start working on this side first. Ooh, there's a turb ski. Another thing on the turbos, there's the comp turbo. I said earlier, I didn't plan to build this car. This has an oilless turbo. I guess these are pretty new to the market. So yeah, we're installing one of those. But update on the manifolds that I'm working on. Our V-band flange is over there on the other side. But this is obviously too big. I think our V-bands are 2-inch into the turbo. These guys are here. So obviously these are gonna have to be sized down. But that's not a big deal. Cut the collector back and put in a 2 1/4 or 2 1/2, whatever. This thing's 2 1/4. Pipe off that and get that somewhere up into this location. I don't know where the turbos are going to go yet. I did get the passenger side pretty much cut, mocked up. There isn't much clearance here. There is clear, there's clearance. There's some heat wrap and some KO wool under this, and I'm pretty sure we're going to heat wrap the manifolds. This as well is going to get cut back and changed to a smaller collector. I don't know, we might have to ditch the AC. We're going to see. Hopefully we can get it up high enough and still get some lines in there without being too close and getting stuff too hot. So I got everything kind of taped together. Made all my pieces, and you can see it's real tight. It's still got to go up a little bit, but it does clear. So more sand burns through some AC pumps. Not much you can do. Everything's as tight as you can get it. So that's that. This intercooler is massive. I got to put the bumper back on and some of the front pieces to see how we're going to be able to mount that, if that intercooler is even going to work. So we got 2 of the comp turbos here. They're not mirrored, unfortunately, to make it a lot cooler, to make it look a little bit more symmetrical in here. But we're going to do the best we can do. Still don't really have an idea of where these are going to go or how they're going to go. I don't know if they're going to go something like this, or maybe rotated back. These all move. We're gonna put it back up over. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna put these back up over here. I'm gonna put them, here. I just don't know yet. I gotta play around with it a little bit more. Get the intercooler on. Looks like we'll run a factory brake booster, but I believe he had plans for a hydro boost. But there's really nowhere to mount the power steering pump on this. The original builder said to switch to a 2016 Transit front cover, but there's just really no room for a pump. So we might go and do a remote reservoir pump like Volvo and put that in the trunk or somewhere up here. So as soon as you turn the key on, relay comes on, and bam, you have power steering immediately. So there's always things around that. Brakes, I still got to figure out if we can use the Stockmaster or booster or not, which we don't have a booster at all right now. And yeah, so that's progress. Thanks, guys.